Now, on your breakfast table, Donkey Kong brand cereal.
Crunchy berries are fun for breakfast. Donkey Kong cereal.
The sweet, crunchy corn taste will drive you ape.
You love the crunch. Donkey Kong cereal. Crunchy berries are fun for breakfast.
It's part of this complete breakfast.
Donkey Kong cereal. You love the crunch.
What's happening, everybody, and welcome to Video Games and Tea, episode 9 for Thursday, July 13th, 2017. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Hope it's going great. I'm feeling almost 100% better today. Almost. I'm nearly there. It's like so close to feeling 100% better after feeling like absolute poop for the last couple of days. What's going on, Mordor Menace? Thanks for stopping by the stream over on Mixer. Really appreciate you hanging out with me. I've got lots of cool video game news, and then we're kicking it off this week's show with the trailer once we get into the actual news proper stuff. But yeah, we're gonna watch a trailer for The Tick. And I'm cautiously optimistic about that TV show. I don't know if it's going to be that good or not, but let me turn on the desktop audio real quick so that way you can hear sounds and stuff as well. But yeah, The Tick, I'm not sure. Cautiously optimistic about that show. But I wanted to kick off Video Games and Tea with something special, something I've never done before on our daily video game talk show. And before we get into this something special, I have to say that today's episode of Video Games and Tea is a complete sham. I'm a liar today, guys. I've got to confess to something that I'm not drinking tea this morning. I've called my show Video Games and Tea because I typically get on here, I drink some tea, and we talk video games and news and watch trailers together and whatnot. But I couldn't drink tea today. I've got this. This is what I'm drinking on today. And you might think, that looks so lovely. That looks so good. And it does taste good. I'm not going to lie, it does taste good. But what's in it is kind of disgusting. Like I said, I felt like absolute crap for the last couple of days. So I've been drinking, this is a combination. This is, what's going on, Osapeda? Good morning to you as well. This is a combination of anti-nausea medicine and Gatorade. Yes. So, Video Games and Tea is a complete lie today. There's no tea being drank on Video Games and Tea. Hopefully you're, picking up the slack for me out there, you guys. Hopefully you're drinking the tea this morning, since I am not drinking the tea. I'm drinking my anti-nausea Gatorade. It's so good. It's so good. But I did want to start out the show with something very special today. I'm excited for this. I've got two special packages over here that I can't wait to tear open. So I say we get right into it. Let's tear these bad boys open, and I'll show them off to you guys. The first one, yes, waffle and syrup Oreo. What the I mean, really? Oreo crammed some crazy stuff in between those two little cookies, and now they've got a waffles and syrup Oreo. So that's number one. We're going to be taste testing this to kick off Video Games and Tea before we get into the news. And then we've got this. We've got Oreo Thins. Ooh, what's going on, Brett? How's your day going? How's your morning? And then we've got this. Oreo Thins Salted Caramel. This one's a little bit more believable. Mordor, I don't know. It was gifted to me by the gods of Oreo. Actually, it wasn't. It was gifted to me by my girlfriend. She picked these up yesterday. So as of yesterday, we've got waffles and syrup Oreos out in the wild, and we got salted caramel Oreo Thins out there in the wild. I think I'm gonna start off I'm gonna do the taste testing with the waffles and syrup. 62 ounces of water for you. Nice. I mean, I okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this cup on here before, but yeah. It's a very apt cup for my life for the last couple of days. So probably not the best idea for me to be eating these waffles and syrup Oreo, but fuck it, I don't care. I'm super excited about this. So if you guys have ever watched any videos from Kinda Funny, from Greg Miller, he used to do Oreo taste testings. I thought they were fantastic. I think they're still some of their best content that they've ever done. They just look like they had a lot of fun. I'm with you, Mordor Menace. Salted caramel, that seems like that's where it's at. So let's whenever they used to do this, the Oreo taste testings and the reviews, the first thing you got to do is you got to see how the packaging looks on the inside. So we open it up. Man, that looks beautiful, guys. Oh, I completely forgot. How rude of me. I needed to change my my image up here. So let's change the image. There we are. We're completely in the land of milk. I can't drink milk anymore because apparently it makes me sick now in my older age, which sucks. But yeah. So let's turn the desk off. Let's turn the image off. So that way you guys get a nice, good look. So they look really nicely done. I mean, that is some professional ass Oreo packaging right there. Look at that. I mean, look, not one of them is broken. You know, sometimes you get the package of Oreos and you open it up and you're like, what the hell happened to my Oreos? It was like an explosion went off in my Oreos and they're all janky and messed up and everything. Not these Oreos, guys. These waffles and syrup Oreos are the real deal. So, all right, so this is it. It's got the golden wafers. It's not the chocolate ones. It's got the golden wafers. All right, let's give it a taste test here. It smells exactly like lots of artificial sugar. No, I'm just kidding. It smells. It does have a waffly smell. That's for sure. Eat a ghost pepper? Oh God, no. I can't hang with the with any of that stuff. Spicy stuff destroys me. So a ghost pepper. I mean, one of these days on the stream, like if I'm streaming and you know it's let's just say it's 40 years from now and I'm still streaming, I think that is the day that I eat the ghost pepper on stream and I end it. That's when I kill myself. I'm like, all right, I've had a good run with life. Time to eat that ghost pepper, and yeah, I'll be dead. So, but I mean, hey, it'll make for a memorable stream. Chicken and waffles flavor at first, that would be disgusting. All right, so we're checking it out. It's very crisp. Wow. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can notice on the inside, we've got a little, it's like a different texture, different coloring in there. Wow. It's amazing what science can do. I mean, you know what? Who needs flying cars and shit? We got Oreos that taste like waffles and syrup these days in 2017. You know, who needs to cure cancer, AIDS? We don't need any of that, right? We just need waffles and syrup Oreos. They're good. They're really freaking good. I mean, I could eat a whole deal of these. Wow. Woo! Hot damn. I know my dog wants some of them too. He just came over here. He's like right below my legs and he's like, Dad, give me some of those waffles and syrup Oreos. These are good. I highly recommend these. If I could just dip them right in the milk, that would be fantastic. That would be so good. That would be so good. And, you know, you've always got to do this with the patented Oreo taste testing. You've got to see, you know, because a lot of people like to stack. They like to stack them up and everything. So, see, this is what's in there. So you see the difference. So it's like it's almost like a, you know, like whenever you have an egg, and you've got the yolk in the middle. That's kind of what that looks like. This part. I can't tell colors that well, so I can't tell like if that's like some kind of, it looks like a lime green. Mordor, I'm telling you, you should go get some. These are fantastic. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try something out. We're gonna go outrageous. We're gonna get outlandish, guys, and we're gonna go for the double. This is the double here. Bam. We don't need Oreo to make us a double stuffed. We'll make it ourselves. Look at that. Look at all that sugary goodness right there. Damn, that's a lot of sugary goodness. All right. If I don't make it back, guys, send somebody to look for me. Oh my God. I think it's even better. I think it's even better when you double stack it. Oh man. It's like that cream. It hits you even harder. And with the golden wafers, that's good. We rate things out of bacons on our channel. On our other, we have a channel where we do, we discuss TV shows and we review those TV shows and whatnot. We scored them out of 5 bacons. These are 5 bacons. These are hot fire. These are so good. Oh my God. Wow. Those are really good. Those were fantastic. All right. Putting those away. We got to wash it out with the cup. By the way, how are you guys doing this morning? How's your day going? Anything interesting, fun happening in your life today, this weekend? War of the Planet of the Apes is coming out this weekend. Ooh, man. War of the Planet of the Apes looks like it's going to be so good. All right, now we're getting into the salted ones. The salted caramel. Now see, a lot of people don't like the thin ones. I happen to really dig these thin Oreos. I don't know if it's because I can eat more of them and I feel like, oh, I'm so much healthier now. I just ate 10 of the Oreo thins. That's got to be so much better than eating 5 of the regular Oreos, right? And it could be. I've never looked at the calorie count. I try not to do that. I try not to look at that stuff. All right. So let's open it up. Let's see how the packaging is. Man. Those robots are getting good. Those robots are getting good, guys. Look at this. Look at that. There's a scraggler. There's a scraggler in there, right there. There's a scraggler. I don't know about that guy, but that's like the, nobody wanted to be on the right or the left of that cookie. They were like, ah, shit. We had our perfect presentation and this dude effed it up. He totally screwed it up. He tried to get out of the box and he got part of his box messed up. Not good. But other than that, pretty nice presentation in there of the Oreo cookies. Stupid UPS. I totally understand. UPS, sometimes you just want to punch them right in their face. But then other times they deliver, wonderful stuff to your house, and then you gotta give them a big hug. 6:52 a.m. there, so not much to talk about. Yeah, getting up is what you're talking about right now, Brett. Totally understand that. 6:52, that's early. All right, so let's check these out. The Oreo thins, salted caramel. Smells very caramelish. Smells delicious. I mean, whenever we, because we'll do a double stuff out of these as well. But you look at them and you're just like, man, look at that thinness. I mean, I'm a thin dude, and I'm pretty sure the ladies, they're not always like, ooh, look at him, he's so cuddly. I wanna just go bear hug him. I just wanna like cuddle up next to him. I bet he's really warm. No, nobody says that about me because I'm super skinny. It's just like these Oreo thins, They're deceiving though, because they are warm and cuddly and good inside, but they're deceiving. They just look so thin. So, all right, let's test it out. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's video games and tea, but Oreo reviews. Man, I don't know. After you have the waffle and syrup Oreo, this is kind of lackluster. There's just not a lot to it. Not to say that it's not good. I could probably eat a bunch of these though. Or the flavor doesn't explode in your mouth like the waffle and syrup Oreo one does. That one just bang. That one just totally explodes in your mouth. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good so far. Pretty good so far. All right, let's test it out. Oh, we got a hanger. We got a hanger, guys. It's struggling. It's like, I'm going to fall off. It kind of looks like a piece of pepperoni. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a caramel pepperoni right there. Well, it didn't come all the way off. Thank God. Thank God. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. All right. Ooh, finishing art designs today. What kind of art designs you got going on, Osapeda? All right. The other one was perfect. The other one was not a hanger. I mean, but the hanger, it eventually it's stuck back on. I don't know what happened to it. It said, I can't. I'm clinging for my life. I'm not gonna fall on the table, and nobody will eat me. All right. So we stick them together. Still relatively thin. Still relatively thin. Brett, the multitude of Oreo flavors out there in the world is astounding. It's incredible how many Oreo flavors there are out in the world. I mean, I'm telling you, my dog right now, he smells the caramel. He's right there in my lap. His nose is just... Here, you guys want to see my dog? I think Osapeda might have seen him before, but come on, buddy. Don't hit your head. Don't hit your head. All right, there we go. Come on, buddy. You got this. Come on. You got it. Oh, my dog is just being so ridiculous right now. He's like, I don't want to jump up there. I don't want to jump up there. I totally understand, Mac. He really just wants to get in these salted caramel cookies, and I'm like, bro, you can't. You know better than that. You know you can't have those. Fix the old green screen there. He wants them bad. He wants them bad. He says, Dad, let me get in that mouth. Let me get in that mouth. It smells so delicious in there. I mean, it feels like you've got like a 5-course meal in that mouth right now. He doesn't understand. It's just a salted caramel Oreo. That's all it is. Yeah, he is being camera shy right now. But it's because the box of Oreos is right there in his face, and he's like, I don't want to deal with anything else but those Oreos. All right. So I'm gonna shut the Oreo box because we got Mac Dog trying to kill himself, which I guess technically, you know, dogs can't have chocolate. Could they have salted caramel Oreos or waffle and syrup Oreos for that matter? And it's got the golden, it's the golden wafer. It's not the chocolate wafer. So, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to test it because I don't want to take him to the vet. We had to take him to the vet a couple of weeks ago because his ass ate an avocado pit. Those things are deadly for dogs, and he's tried to scare the crap out of us. All right, so the double stuff time. All right, salted caramel, double stuff. Here we go. Let's test it out. Mac almost got it out of my mouth. He's waiting. He's waiting for the crumbs right now. See, the thing is, when you put the 2 in there, it hits you harder. It definitely hits you harder. And it kind of it gives me more of that vibe of the regular size Oreos. I still think I feel bad for salted caramel because I had salted caramel second and that was the wrong move. I should have had salted caramel first because the waffles and syrup is just overpowering it so much. But this is still really good. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know if you guys like that face. I'm gonna give salted caramel a nice solid. See, I feel like I could eat more of these. I could eat the waffles and syrup. That's got to be a treat. That's got to be like whenever you're like, all right, hashtag treat yourself, waffles and syrup Oreo, and you can have like 2 to 3. So, but salted caramel, solid 4.5 out of 5 bacons because I could eat that whole thing and it would be glorious. Wouldn't give 2 craps about eating that whole thing. So there we go. Salted caramel, 4.5 out of 5 bacons, and waffles and syrup Oreos, 5 out of 5. the winner. Mac is now sniffing my. He's trying to get Oreos on the mic. Osapeda, you do web design. That's awesome. I wish I could do web design. The extent of my web design work is basically I can do Squarespace and I can do WordPress, and by doing them I mean drag and drop stuff. That's about the extent of my my web design. I've always wanted to learn it. I've always thought that was super cool, but yeah, haven't done it. Even though I do take a lot of classes on Udemy. Udemy is great. If you ever want to learn anything and you don't want to pay a bunch of money to go take classes, check out Udemy. That is a fantastic site, and you can get classes on there for like $10. You can learn how to code. You can learn how to, like if you suck at Microsoft Excel, there's like fantastic Microsoft Excel courses on there, Microsoft Access courses. It's great stuff. Udemy. Come sponsor Video Games and Tea. I mean, don't you want to be a sponsor where we taste test Oreos? I know you do. Come on, Udemy. I'm looking at you. All right. So that was fun. I had to share those with you guys because, yeah, Oreo, you the real MVP, Oreo. You the real MVP. All right, so let's get into the news today. So we've got a bunch of random news topics today. I want to start out with the news with the new trailer for The Tick. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. The Tick was a beloved cartoon of mine. When I was a kid growing up, loved The Tick. The Tick was fantastic. Such a good show. And I love Patty Warburton. Dude's hilarious. Love that dude. And I watched The Tick pilot on Amazon. You know how they do that funky ass thing where they have the pilot episodes. They come out and they're like, vote for this. Which show do you want us to make into a series? Hate it. I hate that crap. I hate that so much because then I watch one of these shows and I get one freaking episode and then I gotta wait like another year or maybe longer before that show ever comes out. The Man in the High Castle was the worst. I'd been looking forward to that show for so long. Watched that pilot. It was glorious, and then I had nothing else to watch afterwards. It broke my heart. It broke it. Same thing with that Oasis TV show with Rob Stark. When's it ever coming out? Come on now, Amazon, get on your stuff. But apparently, The Tick, it's coming August 25th. It stars Peter Seraphinin. Yep, that's him. Peter Seraphinin. He's Ed from Shaun of the Dead. He's also in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's where I know him the most. Uh-oh. Dog says, I'm going to get in the way of your mic. Ah. There you go, bud. All good now. Yeah, the animated series was fantastic, Brett. You were so right on that. You've got good taste, Brett. What's going on, Gaming Panda? Panda, I'm sorry if you missed the Oreo taste testing. It was a lot of fun. But you can go back and watch it on youtube.com/ I wish it was Old Ass Casuals, but it's not because we don't have a custom URL yet. It's like www.youtube.com/ a billion bunch of like random letters and numbers right now. Eventually it will be / Old Ass Casuals, but it's not right now. All right, so let's watch this. Let's get into this this trailer. I'm hoping it's good. The pilot was not the best pilot I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to give it a chance. So let's watch the trailer and see what's happening. Let me turn old Spotify off. Figure out if I can turn it off. When people ask me about TXU Energy, no, nobody's asking you about TXU Energy. All right, so let's go back. Let's see. Let's get into this. Also, want to say, all right. You guys ready to watch this? I am. It's 2 minutes 11 seconds. Hopefully, it's good. He's got the voice down. The Peter guy. Impossible. Ooh, that CGI is looking a little bit rough there. Ew. I love Arthur. The villain looks like the villain from Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Oh man, Mozart in the Jungle. That's my shit. Love Mozart in the Jungle. That show is so good. So good. Here, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but this villain, let's see if we can find him. I mean, that's him right there. Okay, so that villain right there, let's see. Let's see if I can, like, let's see, Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry, I have the world's loudest keyboard. Oh, you can't hear the sound? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, I muted it. I muted it. What a dumb dumb. What a dumb. I totally muted that sound the whole time. Well, you know, there's the Tick trailer. It wasn't that memorable anyway. Oopsie. I forgot I had the desktop audio muted. Stream time, guys. This professional stream here. Well, anyways, so what is the villain? Ronan. That's who the villain was. Ronan. Yeah, look at this, guys. Like, let's see if I can. I mean, okay, maybe not like 100%, but he does look like Ronan to me. Like his outfit and like the way his face looks. Let me see if I can open this in a new tab. Ah, what the crap. That's a terrible picture. Well, as long as you can hear my sound, I think we're good now. Man, I can't find a good picture of Ronan. Damn it. Well, that's good enough. So, okay, so we see this cat right here. This dude right there with his like Magneto looking helmet. And then we see this dude. Right cheer. I don't know, you guys tell me. Does that not look like the same dude? This guy? And this guy? I don't know. Looking like a very similar look. I don't remember the villains of the Tick at this point, I'll be totally honest. But, I don't know. If you guys remember a TV show that came on the PlayStation, it was called Powers. And I kind of enjoyed Powers. I liked it. I didn't think it was the best TV show of all time. I mean, in all honesty, it was pretty terrible. But there was something about Powers. I don't know if it's because I was bored and I had nothing else to watch, or the chick on it is extremely gorgeous. Could have been that. I don't know. But I really dug Powers. It was cheesy. The CGI, the action, like the choreography was even bad. There was lots of bad things. And the funniest thing about Powers, Oh no, that wasn't the show that I was in an episode of. I was in an episode of it was that show Constantine. That's the show that I was in an episode of. But I wanted to be in Powers because at the time I lived in Atlanta. It's really easy to be an extra if you live in Atlanta. So I wanted to be an extra in Powers because it just looked like so much fun wearing the 80s clothes and everything. But this kind of reminds me of Powers. It looks kind of cheesy, looks kind of cheaply produced, but I think it could still be a lot of fun. Again, the Peter guy, I think he, if they didn't go with Patrick Warburton, I think Peter is a good choice. I like him, and you're right, Mordor. I think it's pretty similar as well. So they look kind of similar. I don't know, but yeah, The Tick, August 25th. I don't know if you guys want to watch it. I'll probably check it out at some point when I'm bored. I don't know if it's going to be a go-to. That didn't impress me much more than the pilot did. So one of the villains was Chairface. I think I remember Chairface. Let me see. Let me find Chairface. Chairface, the Tick. Oh, Chairface was the best though. I mean, Chairface was one of the most badass villains of all time, guys. I mean, look at that. Look at Chairface. Please have a Chairface in the Tick. Please do it. Look, I love him sitting on his chair. He's got like this big ruby diamond thing going on here. And he's like, I will rule the world, for I am Chairface. Chairface is pretty freaking rad. What's going on, Hydra? How's your day going? Hope it's going swimmingly, fantastically well. We've been having some fun, taste testing Oreos, watching the Tick trailer. But yeah, laugh at me, will they? Because I will break my chair on their face. Oh man, that sucks, Hydra. Breaking your leg, that's got to be horrible. I've never broken a bone in my body. Go ahead and knock on some wood there. But I've been extremely lucky. I've done a lot of things to my body that are bad, but breaking a bone has not been one of them as of yet. At least not that I know of. I may have taken a hard fall when I was younger and I played basketball. If any of you guys have played basketball before, and if you get close to dunking or can dunk a basketball, dunking a basketball is one of the most satisfying experiences that I've ever had in my life. It is it's so thrilling just getting up there and just dunking it. It's great. But when you're learning how to dunk, sometimes it's a little bit scary because you are fairly high up there. The goal is 10 feet high. And I went up one time to dunk, and I bring the ball back, and I bricked it right on the front of the rim, so basically I got hung on the rim, and just fell, just legs out from underneath me, fell straight on my, right on my lower back, hurt like hell. But, who knows? Did I break my tailbone? I never went to the doctor to get it checked, but it definitely felt like I did. Chairface will kill me. I broke a chair. Damn. Oh man, I feel like Chairface. He sticks up for the rest of the chairs out there in the world. He's like, if you abuse the other chairs, Chairface will come looking for you. That's for sure. And I wonder if Chairface, this is a little bit inappropriate, but I mean, literally, you sit on his face, so. Surely they had to have that joke somewhere in the Tick. It's a little bit sexual, but if Chairface says it, he says it to some other, let's just say he says it to another lady chair. He's like, come sit on my face, chair lady, or Mrs. Chairface. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, and maybe they should use that as a joke. I doubt that they will, because it was pretty terrible. All right, so moving on from the Tick. Oh, wait, I'm going all over my news stories here. But I'm sorry, Hydra, that sucks that you broke your leg. Hopefully it heals up nicely. Breaking your bones, never a good thing. Never a good thing at all. So, all right, so moving on. This is something interesting, and I really want to watch this with you guys. I have no clue if it's going to be good or not. But whenever I'm looking through news stories on Twitter, or I use this app, which I'll tell you guys about. It's a fantastic app. It's called and I have an iPhone, so I don't know if it's for Android, but it's definitely for iOS. It's called Gaming News, and it aggregates a bunch of other websites news. Sorry, the waffles and syrup Oreo and the salted caramel are getting to me. It's making me burpy. But yeah, it's great, and it aggregates a bunch of news stories. So I pick a lot of stuff that I talk about here on Video Games and Tea from that app. It just takes you to like Eurogamer, GameSpot, Polygon. It takes you to all those places. But I did see this story. I thought it was pretty rad. Super Mario Odyssey trailer recreated in Dark Souls 3 because why not? This person, Jelly Elite, he or she deserves our love and praise for the amount of work that probably went into recreating Mario in a Dark Souls game. So I say we watch it. Let's check it out. There's probably some commercial. Nope, no commercial. And let me know if you guys have sound in here. Hopefully you have sound this time. Desktop audio looks like it's on. Should be good. It has 145,000 views already, which is great. Jelly Elite, doing God's work right here. Doing God's work. Oh my god. That was fantastic. Here we go! How the hell did he get that hat on him? Dear God. If I could jump like that in Dark Souls, I would be badass at the game, I think. Bam! Man, he just slapped the crap out of that old lady. See, I love Bloodborne, but I've never played the Souls series. Dear God. The music and sound effects is so great. This dude's gonna be like, what the crap is going on? He would turn off. That dude was pissed. Oh. Good God, this game looks like it'd be impossibly hard though. Oh my God, it's a freaking giant rodent. These punches are fantastic. Oh my God. Dark Souls Odyssey. Coming never.
Okie dokie.
Wow. That was impressive, guys. That was impressive. Can I like this? Do I have to sign in? Ah, dang it. I have to sign in. I have to go back and give that person a like. Jelly Elite. That was amazing. Okay, so I've never played the Dark Souls games in my life. I've always wanted to purchase them, and right now I think you can get Dark Souls 3 on a really great sale. I really, really dig Bloodborne. Bloodborne was one of those games where I played it initially, and I was like, oh my dear God, this is the most frustrating game I've ever played in my life. It definitely took me back to those days of platformers where the platformers were so hard. And, you know, right now everybody's like, Crash Bandicoot is like Crash Souls right now. But so I gave up initially on Bloodborne. I just put it aside. I think I may have even sold it back to GameStop or something like that. And then I watched somebody's video on YouTube or Twitch or wherever, Mixer, and I was having so much fun watching this person die over and over and over again. And I thought to myself, if this person can do it, if this person, they don't care if they suck at it. They're just having fun. Like, they're exploring the game. They're working hard to get better. I want to do it as well. So I went back and I bought Bloodborne. I think I've beaten maybe 3 of the bosses in Bloodborne, and it's extremely difficult. I'm not the best gamer by any stretch of the imagination, but I was having a blast while doing it. So Dark Souls, Mordor, you really dig it. It's such a good game. I need to check it out at some point. I've always wanted to. The story, the lore, the environments and world that has been created in those games, I love it. I think it's fantastic. So nicely done, Dark Souls Odyssey. Fantastic work. So, all right. So the next little bit of news that I got, it's a game that actually came out on Tuesday. And I really didn't pay much attention to it. I was like, it's an indie title. Not that I don't like those, but sometimes there's just so many of them that it's like you can't like distinguish which one is a good game from which one is a bad game, because they all kind of have really cool art style and everything, and they're usually not that expensive. But Serial Cleaner, it came out. It's on PS4. And it sounds very interesting. You basically just clean up murder scenes. You're the cleaner in Serial Cleaner, much like this dude is right here in Pulp Fiction. If it'll play. See, this is not neutrality right there, guys. It already got us.
You're Jimmy, right? This is your house?
Sure is.
And this
How much
is
the wolf?
non-safe for work, guys.
I solve problems.
Good, we got one.
So I heard. May I come in?
Yeah, please do.
This is
must
one of
be
my
Jules.
favorite scenes from Pulp
Should
Fiction
make
of
you
all time.
Vincent. Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy?
100%.
Your wife, Bonnie, comes home at 9:30 in the a.m. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
I was led to believe if she comes home and finds us here, she won't appreciate it none too much.
We wanted that.
That gives us
They're just bloody
40 minutes to
everywhere.
get the fuck out of Dodge. Which, if you do what I say, when I say it, should be plenty. Now, you got a corpse in a car, minus a head in a garage. Take me to it. Jimmy,
Uh-huh.
do me a favor, will you? Don't I smell some coffee back there? Would you make me a cup?
I know, the
yeah,
wolf is the man. Harvey Keitel is the shit
Oh,
in this movie.
How do you take it?
Lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Lots of cream, lots of sugar.
About the car, is there anything I need to know? Does it stall? Does it smoke? Does it make a lot of noise? Is there gas in it? Anything?
Aside from how it looks, the car's cool.
Positive. Don't get me out there on the road and find out the brake lights don't work.
Hey, man, as far as I know, the motherfucker's tip-top.
Good enough. Let's go back to the kitchen.
I won't play the whole scene for you guys, but basically, yeah, that's who you are in Serial Cleaner. You are the wolf, running around, taking care of murder scenes. It definitely looks like it could be a lot of fun. The funny thing is, you have like this boring, like super boring home life. You like it says, as you balance the dirty job of clearing up after crimes with a run-of-the-mill home life, you're basically taking care of your mom. I don't know if your mom is like sick or whatever, but I think it looks like it could be fun. It's created by Polish developer iFun for All and published by Curve Digital. So, and yeah, it definitely has inspiration from Hotline Miami. It's got like this top-down view. The music apparently is supposed to be really good. It's got 70s style beats in it and everything. I wanted to show you guys the trailer. I haven't played this game yet, so I have no clue if it's any good or not. It looks interesting. My biggest thing is, do you pick it up right now? Definitely dig the sound. Oh my god. would be freaking awesome. He's vacuuming up the blood. I don't know, the black and white look pretty cool. If you leave the evidence behind, the cops will get you, I assume. Yep, cops are running after him. Man, that looks fun. That looks super fun. I don't know about you guys. That actually looked really cool. I love, the idea the cleaner goes in and has to clean up all the blood, got to get rid of the bodies, got to dump them off somewhere. It does look like a lot of fun. The only thing is, I believe it's $14.99 regular price if you are a PS Plus member, which if you've got a PlayStation 4, you probably are a PS Plus member at this point because you got to have it to play online, I believe. I've just always owned it, so I never knew if I couldn't play online without it. It's $11.99. Ooh, I just don't know. Like, I have a feeling that the game's not very lengthy. I love the idea that it has those movie-level missions, and maybe, just maybe, they worked out a deal with Quentin Tarantino to freaking put that mission in this game. I mean, could you imagine being the wolf playing that scene out? That would be so awesome. And that's the thing, Osupeda, you're totally right. The art designs, they're getting more and more common. I think that's the problem with a lot of indie games right now. It's harder to stand out because there are a lot of Me Too games out there that look very similar to this. Hotline Miami comes out, sells big time. We were talking about it yesterday with the fact that everybody wanted to emulate Grand Theft Auto with the big open world games, and now every game's got to have we're open world, you can do anything and everything. And with the indie space, it seems like a lot of people are wanting to emulate that Hotline Miami style. I'm okay with it if the game is good. If the game is bad and just trying to rip off of somebody else's style that a lot of people relate to and emotionally connect to, that sucks. But if it's good, which I've heard this game it's a mixture. I've heard this game is not bad, but there's just not. I think there's not a lot to it. A lot of the reviews, it seemed like we're getting, around 6.5, 7. Hey, Mordor, thanks so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and have a nice sleeps. But yeah, I don't know. I think this game looks fun. I dig the way it looks. I just don't know, like yesterday's game that we looked at, which I cannot even remember the name of it. What was yesterday's indie game that we looked at? Oh, Black the Fall, which was kind of a takeoff of Inside and Limbo. This kind of reminds me of that as well, where it's like I want to play it, but I want to wait for it to go on sale. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, is wait for it to go on sale. All right, so some other little quick bits of news. This is a really cool thing. I love when this type of stuff happens. Apparently, according to pushsquare.com, I love their site. They do a lot of great PlayStation stuff, obviously. I eat, sleep, poop, play, milk. That was basically the opening of the show today, Panda, is eat, sleep, poop, play, milk. That's pretty much it. So, but yeah, so The Surge, it's getting a free PS4 demo next week. I don't know which one of these trailers is going to be any good, but I'm going to go with this PlayStation EU trailer. I haven't played The Surge, but it looks very interesting.
You know who we are, or at least you think you do. Creo is one of the world's largest manufacturers of consumer and industrial products, but we're so much more. Creo's not just a company, it's a way of life. Here you're not just seen as anybody, you're somebody. Somebody special.
I like the music already.
At Creo, we have your well-being at heart. and that includes body and mind.
That kind of reminds me of like the robot spider dog from the the Fall game we looked at yesterday, but bigger. This dude's about to get messed up.
I know. You've heard me say it again and again. The Creo cares. With the implementation of our
Got
rigs,
him.
we've made you stronger, faster, tougher. So welcome to your new life as part of the Creo family.
Damn. That thing was freaking giant. Look at, geez Louise. That was probably that part right there is freaking rad. That's pretty freaking awesome right there. So the Surge, I know the little I know about the game, it's basically like Dark Souls like with mechs. Everything is Dark Souls like now. Again, it goes back to we have 3 games that we want to replicate and duplicate currently. Maybe a little bit more than 3 games, obviously, because right now everybody wants to replicate Overwatch's success. They want to replicate Dark Souls' success, Grand Theft Auto's success, and and Limbo and Inside's success. Right there. If you can do those things, you're gonna make billions and billions of dollars in the video game industry. But I think this is really cool that this is getting a free demo. I believe it's next week on PS4. Sorry, Xbox owners. I don't know why it's not coming to the Xbox as well. But I think it would be interesting to try out. Apparently, they did not like this game at Push Square. They scored it an average. It scored an average of 5 out of 10. That's pretty bad. 50%. That's failing. So it looks cool. It looks like it could be a lot of fun if the gameplay mechanics are good. But the thing about it is, why does this doesn't? I don't know if it's just me, but this reminds me. I would I don't think Titanfall, even though they're sort of mech suits, but it kind of reminds me of Elysium. That's what it looks like to me. Those suits that Matt Damon wore in Elysium. Am I right about that, or were they not as big? Okay, they're definitely not as big. Never mind. False call on me. These things are much, much smaller in Elysium. Wasn't much of a suit that he wore. I mean, this guy's kind of got some like suit stuff around him, but yeah, maybe not. Never mind. Take that back. Psh, took that back. All right. So the last. Oh no! I forgot. I had this that I wanted to show you guys. I think this is pretty cool. Mario Kart in VR. I can't believe that this is existing, but the fact that in Japan they're gonna get a Mario Kart arcade VR. I don't know what this is, but it's only 29 seconds. It's really quick. Oh my dear God. You've got to be kidding me. This would be so badass. It's almost like first-person Mario. Like it's like first-person Mario Kart. But when it changes to this, let me turn it down for just a smidgen. When it changes right here and it goes into like you're in the race, picking up turtle shells, smacking Mario in the back of his dome head. Oh my God. Bam. Oh my God. This looks so fantastic. Man, Japan gets everything. It's going to open up at Bandai Namco's VR Zone arcades in Tokyo later this month. Oh my God. What? Arcades need to make a comeback. They need to make a comeback. I'd play the shit out of Mario Kart VR as well, Brett. I'd break out the PSVR, even though it wouldn't work with that because obviously, PlayStation and Nintendo hate each other, I'm sure, at this point. But that looks amazing. That I would plunk all my quarters. In which, at this point, that's probably like, when you go to Dave and Buster's and whatever other arcade style places that you have, main events. they're no longer plunking in quarters. They're plunking in dollars every time you want to play one of those games. That's probably, to play a round of that is probably going to cost us in the States $3.50, $5, probably more than that. Probably $10 to play that. So probably $10 to play that. So what's going on, Death? How's your day going? Sleeping is always good. Sleeping is always good. All right. So it wouldn't be a day without Destiny news. And Destiny 2 I've got two things here I want to show you guys. So the first one, I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's freaking amazing. It's a little bit longer of a trailer, so bear with me as we watch this together. But Destiny 2 creating the Sentinel Titan subclass. I have heard that this video is bananas, like crazy stuff going down in this video. I played a Warlock in Destiny 1. I'd never tried out the Titan. So I'm a complete poser if I skip over to Destiny 2 and I'm like, ooh, let me get that Titan class. I know a lot of people are pissed about it. I saw it on Twitter where people are like, oh, everybody's acting like Titan was their main in Destiny 1. These losers want to come over now because Titan's got the freaking Captain America shield. What else do you want us to say? It looks badass. So, all right, let's watch this. Destiny 2. Can't wait. The beta is about to drop next week. I have not received my beta code yet, even though I pre-ordered the game. Hopefully I get it very soon, because I'm going to cry if I don't get in the beta one day early. I eat, sleep, poop, play, old-ass casuals. That should be our new slogan. I think you created the new slogan there, Panda. Right there. Cheers to you for that, Panda. Cheers to you. All right, so let's check out what's happening. Destiny 2. Let me turn it down just a smidge. IGN's got all the good
So the Sentinel
Destiny
is our
2
new
stuff.
offering for Titans. It's our new Void subclass. So we talked about it being like a versatile super where you have an implement that affords a lot of different approaches to combat.
As soon as they have like some sort of prop, as an effects artist, allows me to like make the prop the star.
I can throw my shield, I can guard with it, and so it gives you a bunch of different ways to use the same weapon.
Man, that
Once it
shield's
was like
badass.
we have like a shield, I can really like let that shield stand out and like be the star of the show.
Like it echoes through the halls, it's the best.
Man,
You're
I
the
can't wait to
vanguard,
use
you're
that
the
shield.
aggressor that starts the fight. You toss your shield in from the other room.
My boy David's getting
Having
hyped for that
an
shield.
appropriate effect trail when you actually do throw the shield. This trail, we want it to be long, we want it to really stick around, so like when that thing is bouncing around Alpha guys, you can see where it came from, just to give not only like a cool aesthetic to it, but like an additional communication layer of like, okay, I can see where that came from, where it's heading.
Dude, that shield just messed.
Shield Bash is
Was
the
that Gaul?
Void version of what was a shoulder charge in Destiny 1.
That's that shoulder
It was
charge.
the first time that we did a Void super where you're like in a mode running around.
I like to think of that one as like the bowling ball. Like you knock over all the pins and now everything is all down, and you can either follow through and kill all those guys yourself, or your team can follow through and you're basically support in an aggressive way. When we look at the bubble's
Just
really
knock them
powerful
all
and it's
out.
really compelling to use.
Oh.
What does this even look like? You know, this purple black hole swirly stuff on you.
Press and hold your super, and you'll actually create a Word of Dawn instead. Just in the heat of the moment, you can decide, this is the time, bubble time.
Dude.
It's not
The
as
Void of
obvious as
Dawn.
like, oh, he's on fire and he's got embers. You know, like that's a go-to thing. And even like electricity, it's very relatable.
Why you hating on the Warlock
Trying to
class, man?
Make
Come on,
a
David.
purple space guy look cool was definitely a challenge.
So in Destiny 1, your guard was more impeding on your motion. You couldn't move very fast, you couldn't lift, and now we just kind of said, since the super is all about guarding, his guard isn't going to impede most of his motion. So he's going to still be able to lift, still be able to move really quickly, still has a flank open, right? So you have to be careful. You got to watch your back.
man, the shield is just, it's everything.
One thing that we did
Shield is
with
everything.
the new bubble in Destiny 2, we decided that like the communication of the health of the bubble was probably one of the most important things.
Oh, that is cool.
Rather than the length of the bubble. We start off with a nice pristine bubble. It's got these like particles kind of swirling around it, but as it's getting damaged, it starts to really deteriorate. Kind of holes start kind of forming on it. All the little particles going around it start getting agitated. You can really see like, oh, this thing is about to go down.
That's pretty freaking rad.
We play the game every day, come back, take notes,
I know you
play it
do,
again
David.
in the morning, come back, take notes,
David
check
loves
in
life.
changes, play it again that next day. It's like, oh my God, you made it insanely bright, settle down. And then just keep going back and forth until we get like a really nice balance that like,
I
okay,
want
this
David as
feels
my best
awesome.
friend.
And
I don't
then,
know about you guys.
you basically get to that point where it's like, okay, it hits everything that we want, and that's where we kind of stand on it. And then that freaking shield that's in his hand is freaking awesome.
David is
That moment
my
is
boy.
is both celebrated as like your moment of enthusiasm, but everyone else's moment of fear. It's the best.
That would be sweet if you did that. Walk here. Damn. I mean, the shield is the shit. There's no doubt about it. I mean, there's our man right there. There's our man right there. David Samuel, just killing it with this Titan. The Titan just looks badass. Let me see if we get a good shot of the Titan. Right, that's the bubble right there. Man, that was sweet. I really like that. I don't know. It's gonna be hard not to want to play with that dude whenever the game actually comes out. I'm gonna test it out because I'm trying to familiarize myself with everything Destiny right now. Trying to learn more about the game, watch these trailers, and just kind of figure out which class am I gonna go with in Destiny 2. I went with Warlock in Destiny 1. Really dig that. And I mean, come on. Dave was talking about the fact that it's really easy to see. Whenever the Warlock, I think it like lights up and does all kinds of crazy stuff and then throws the flames out. Yes. That's when, but that's when he's throwing down the super. It looks like the Titan can be a little bit sneakier with the super than the Warlock. I don't know. Looks amazing. I think that looked really badass. That bubble shield looks really cool, and I love the fact that they've made it where you can visibly see the health of the shield deteriorate. I think that's really cool. Destiny 2 continues again. IGN first, getting us more and more hyped for that July 18th. Man, that's going to be a long wait. July 18th, the beta starts if you're on PS4. I don't know how long the beta is going. Hopefully, like, throughout all the rest of the weekend, I would assume. Maybe even until that Monday. Maybe if Bungie's feeling nice. Yeah, so whenever that comes out, then we got to wait till September 6th for the full game to come out. A month long. Yeah, it's not. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. There's some good games coming in between there. Fortnite is coming on July 25th. Excited about Fortnite as well. So, all right, that bearded dude. You're right. He's so happy. He's so happy, Panda. He is. He's like the happiest game developer I've ever seen. Most of the time, those guys and girls, they look like they've been beaten down by life because developing games is really difficult and it takes a long ass time and it's long hours, and yeah, he looks super duper pumped. So, all right, I want to leave you guys with this. This is kind of a saddie pants thing to leave on, but I thought it was really cool, and it is definitely very emotional and, in my opinion, uplifting. So we were looking at Mario Kart VR a second ago, and like how virtual reality is kind of it's changing the way that we interact with games. It's changing the way we play video games. Yes, it's in its infancy right now. Right now is really it's its first initial foray into like the mainstream gamer space. So it's cool. It doesn't always, we don't always want to play it. I mean, I own a PSVR and I don't play it all the time. I wish I played it more often, but it is really difficult. Like, you need a VR room. But what I'm getting at is VR opens up gaming for other people. It opens up gaming for people with handicaps, which I think is amazing. I think that's one of the coolest things about VR. So I want to share this with you guys. Yeah, you probably do know what I'm about to show, Cepeda. I want to watch it with you guys. I just saw this like posted on Twitter. I wanted to, whenever this show comes into its full realization, like of what exactly, like the image in my head of what I want this show to be every day. Eventually I wanted to have a segment called like Humanity Doesn't Suck, and it's like cool things that I find on the internet that, you know, because a lot of time it's just like horrible shit. Like that's all we see. News is terrible. Your social media is toxic and everything, and I want to share things on, you know, on Video Games and Tea that aren't horrible, that aren't terrible. So that make us realize that humanity isn't the worst thing in the world. So I wanted to show you guys this. I think this is really it's really cool. It is definitely a little bit sad, but we're gonna end Video Games and Tea with this. And I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. We're gonna watch it together. But I think this is really cool.
So Tim, when I was in New York visiting my good friend, she let me experience this type of storytelling. Do you know what these are?
Tim's got that Pulp Fiction poster in the back
VR
with the
glasses.
ET. That's awesome.
Is anything happening?
What the hell is
What happens if you look up?
Oh God! I see a shark.
Uh-oh. Swim, Tim, swim!
I see him. Oh, you're the country. I'm in the boat.
Where are you?
I'm in the woods.
Are you walking?
No, I'm flying.
Oh my gosh. I knew that this would be a game changer for you. There are hundreds of stories.
Like everything was accessible.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where in the world would you go?
Stay in Africa.
Tim has got some fantastic taste in his posters, by the way.
And France, see the Eiffel Tower and go. And Germany, go get some beer. And brothers. I live in Ireland.
Get a pint of Guinness.
Got her this time.
Love it, Tim. Love it. Yeah, so go to timsnewworld.com if you want to support Tim. I just thought that was such a cool thing, and it really opens your eyes up to the possibilities of VR. Yeah, the flying boats, I thought that was pretty funny whenever he's like, I'm flying. That was really cool. Yeah, VR, amazing possibilities that can happen with VR from AR. I think AR is really cool as well, and I was happy to see this. Wanted to share with you guys. Thought it would be a nice story to end Video Games and Tea episode 9 on for Thursday, July 13th, 2017. Thank you guys for hanging out so much with me. Thanks for you guys that hung out with me while I tried out these earlier. They were fantastic. Again, if you missed it, you can go back and watch the beginning of the show. I like Tim as well. Tim's a cool ass dude. I love the fact that Tim's, you know, he's like, where do you want to go? You can go anywhere in the world. And he's like, I'm gonna go get some beer and bratwurst. I'm like, Tim, you the man. Tim's the man. Yeah, super cool guy. Again, you can go to and you can go support Tim as well on GoFundMe. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope it's great. I love you all. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And Max says bye too, even though he's like sleeping in my lap. He says bye, guys. He says bye. Bye, guys. Oh, no, he's going to cough on me. He said, I'm about to cough all over your face, Dad. All right. Well, he does say bye. He does say bye. He says bye. Bye, guys. Bye.